Hello, hello, hello. My name's Ketan. I call myself that day-to-day guy, and I'm just here on YouTube sharing some of my life experiences. I call myself that day-to-day guy because I'm just a day-to-day guy living his life and, you know, as I said, sharing some of my experiences along the way. So, what are we going to talk about today? Towards the end, I'm going to share a video of my SL320, which is really secondary because it's modeling this Insta360 X5 camera that looks a little bit astronauty. I've got it in a K&F concept cage because it's, wouldn't normally talk about price or stuff, but it's roughly £800 for this and the various accessories that it came with. So obviously want to take every precaution to protect it. I've had it for a week, so nothing long. I've not really had to do any kind of major filming, so haven't used it much, which means you'll notice in the video that I'm going to share with you that I haven't got used to the settings yet. So stuff is not necessarily being exposed correctly. I'm not quite getting the good resolution. So I need to mess around with that because obviously there are people online who uses cameras and get great results. So I need to play around with it a bit more and get used to some of the lower light settings and so on and so forth. But also another thing is you can't zoom on this camera, so you've got to get used to, if you know that you're always framing, like I frame a lot of my stuff in 2.35:1 for YouTube and 9:16 for social media, you can get a feel for, get a sense afterwards for how the stuff is going to be framed in terms of where you place the camera when you're filming. Whilst you can place a camera anywhere and it films every angle, you've got no real control with kind of zooming in and out. The best way to zoom in and out is moving the camera, because if you crop in too much in on a piece of film on a video, it becomes pixelated, which you're going to see in the upcoming video. So there's not a review as such of this, but I think it's great to have in your arsenal of tools. I've gone down a rabbit hole this year of buying various stuff for YouTube, like magnetic mounts, and like my desk is full of stuff, you know, carbon thing for my Phaotech gimbal that's behind me over there, light settings and clamps to put cameras in different places. You name it, I've gone out and bought it. So this is not just, this is probably the more expensive end of pieces of kit, but this will be used. So, you know, if you're somebody like me who's got a bit of a hankering for gadgets, then by all means, buy one. I don't think this is going to replace, I did think it might replace my iPhone, but it's not going to replace my iPhone, especially since now on iPhone you can do open gate as well, which gives you slightly more field of view, so you can crop and edit and so on and so forth as you wish afterwards. But this is going to be great for our work installs when we film for 9:16 install videos for our work Instagram. So yeah, anyone's got any questions about it, stick a comment below and I'll try and give my I will give my honest opinion, and if I don't know the answer to the question, I will say I don't know the answer to that question. So I shall thank you for watching, and next week I want to share something quite interesting. We're going to go off the whole product and car stuff, and there's a few things that happened to me this weekend that are kind of inspiring next week's video. But thank you for watching. Enjoy the next couple of minutes of watching my car and some of the things that you can do with this lovely Insta360 X5 camera. So once again, thank you for watching, and ciao for now. Enjoy the video. All right, first things first, take off the car cover. As you can see, already the footage is ever so slightly grainy. And as the car's coming out now, I've got the camera on a 3-meter stick right at the top. And as I said, you can reframe, so it looks like there's a camera moving, but the camera is actually still. And in the editing, I've changed the camera angle, and you can even put in keyframes. As you can see, there's a slight zoom in happening, very subtle. kind of focus on the car and the fact that the roof is coming down. It's like story time, isn't it? Such a gorgeous car. I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. This is on a magnetic mount at the front of the car. We're kind of halfway up the bonnet, and it's a nice angle. You can do this with the phone. You can do this with any kind of action cam. But the difference with this is, if I was driving along right now, I could just, in theory, turn the camera around and you'll see what's coming ahead. But in this case, I've not done that. As you can see, the sun's in the background there, so this is, I don't know, it was just slightly overexposed, and because you're coming in and out of the shadow, the colours change a bit too drastically for my liking. But nevertheless, this is pretty decent footage because it's more ideal lighting conditions, and I'm not really cropping in so much. Whilst the camera is an 8K sensor, it's not really an 8K when you bring it down to 16:9 or kind of regular landscape viewing mode. This is another great thing about it as well. I love the magnet mount. I can put it on the side of the car and just get some different angles that I've yet to capture before. So it just adds a bit more of a different dynamic to the footage. And even this as well. So I'm just kind of holding it there. You can kind of see me holding it, but you can't quite tell. And again, the camera has been placed in one position, and as I've driven in, when I've edited it, I've changed the keyframing to show different parts of it. Here you can see him holding the 3-meter stick in the shadow there. But yeah, this is just a very quick thing that I put together just to highlight some of what the camera can do. Not the best lighting conditions, as I said, because there's lots of shadows there, but nevertheless, just wanted to get this video done and show you guys again what the camera can do. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to share some more exciting content in the coming weeks and months.